welcome back everyone to a brand new episode of Pogo Bros. Virtual Beebs here, and right now we're in the middle of a legend push, dancing around the 2900 ELO range. So rather than bore you with some sweaty battles, instead I'm going to give you some of the greatest hits from back in the Fantasy Cup Ultra League. Specifically, we're going to feature the awesome Therian form Enamorus. This weird turtle snake looking thing has a really cool move set, and specifically we're going to have it in the safe swap role. It's got coverage, fast moves, coverage, charge moves. This thing is exactly what you need to flip switch advantage, so definitely pay attention to that as we go through this limited cup format. And then also too, if you're still unclear on the timing mechanism, whether there's damage registration error or not, we have some really good battles illustrating that principle as well. And throughout this video, there will be a wide array of supporting cast characters, so I'm not even going to list them out. Rather, we're just going to hop into these battles. But first, if you are new here, definitely give this video a chance. Subscribe by the end if you enjoy the content. And if you're returning here, thank you for being part of the Pogo Bros family. Definitely give it a like, leave a comment. Tell me where you're at in terms of ELO right now as this season comes to a close. But without further ado, let's get into these battles. Alright, first battle. See, we're trying out Shadow Dragonite to begin with. We were trying pretty much everything at this point, but we do get this wonderful catch right here, and I don't care what they throw, we're gonna double resist that, so that's fantastic. And actually, opponent had enough. GG's. Yeah, they didn't like Enamorus too much in this cup. Now we have a shiny turtle of their own, but they swap out now into their togekiss, and that's fine with us because we do a lot of damage with that Thunder Punch, and this gives us a perfect farm down opportunity here. We're going to let this through. They didn't go for the flamethrower, and we can definitely survive a second Aura Sphere. I think that's a shiny togekiss. It looks really weird and similar to its original form, but here we go. So as you see, they have an Incinerate user. We go for the Sand Tomb, we get a shield, and now we're forcing them to definitely shield on this next one because they have a lower defense, but we're only able to do that because of the new mechanism here. In the prior season, we would need to throw a Rock Tomb, so that way we reduce the power of their Incinerate, but rather here, we were going to be able to survive to get that second move off anyways, so rather just lower their attack the second time around, so that way they don't get a third Incinerate on us. So just a little example of how you can definitely use the system that we're currently in with GBL to your advantage. Anyways, Thunder Punch on this shiny Galarian Weezing, and we're just going to go for the nuke here. They have a shield. Are they going to use it? No, they get nuked. And then they have the Turtonator in the back, and then our Astonished takes him out before that second Incinerate registers. GG's. One of my favorite battles. I think they had a triple shiny team too, which is awesome. Yeah. Anyways, we save swap now into our Enamorus against a hard counter, the Empoleon, and they let that Earth Power through, and we are able to get them into the red here. And yeah, we could actually survive this Hydro Cannon on minimal HP. Flipping switch, look at that, that is insane. So now we have switch advantage against this Togekiss, and that is everything in this situation because now we are doing super effective damage with the fast moves here, and we definitely respected the Flamethrower, but they have Fire Fang on their Salamence here, so this is perfect for our Eternatus. And the reason why you're seeing Eternatus in the Ultra League rather than the Master League is because I didn't do the event when we had Eternatus all the way because my IVs were garbage, and I never thought about using a bottle cap one day, and now I'm kind of regretting it because, yeah, that would be a good one to use it on. Anyways, we're going to go for this Flamethrower here, getting them low, and we kind of had them in a catch-22. Either they shield it, and then we just throw two Rock Tombs at them, but they let it through, so now we're just going to debuff their defense, and now there's nothing they can do. They're going to lose with two shield, or they have one shield left, two shields in their repertoire. Anyways, yep, we can tank that Aura Sphere, and we Volt Switch them down for the win. GG's. Alright. Yeah, these aren't sweaty battles, but I'm sweating out here. I'm doing this outside in the open right now, and it is very muggy with the humidity, so definitely give a like, leave a comment, show your support for the kid. Anyways, we throw in good timing right here. 2 Volt Switches to their 3 Force Palms here, forcing that shield, and now we come in with the Enamorus, and our Astonishes, though non-stab, are doing insane damage. We do shield up a nuke right here. They could have also thrown a Thunder Punch to make things difficult for us, but now they have their Corvanite in here, and this is one of the prime sort of mid-game matchups you want to see with your unique coverage safe swap Pokemon here, because we're doing neutral damage with the Astonishes, and then these mystical fires are not only doing super effective damage, but they're lowering their attack, and we did a slight undercharge with that bubble right there, so that way this Astonish will not take them out right here, and we get another Astonish down before we get to this next final Pokemon here, and they have a little Slurpuff in the back here, and we're going to obviously go for that debuff right here. They're kind of a coverage Pokemon too, where they're running Energy Ball and Flamethrower, but we wanted to preserve the Enamorus just in case. And then they come now back in with their Lucario here. We get a Sucker Punch down, which is very impressive as it is resisted and not it is stab, actually, never mind. But anyways, we're going to just come in here and we have a move loaded here, so we're going to go ahead and just lower that defense right away because they have no way of undoing that, and they're going to have to full send the Flamethrower to take us out. But before then, we're going to get this second debuff off, so now that we're going heavy with the Astonishes and we're forcing them to throw, and they're only going to win this if they're one off the next move, and they are not, so we do farm them down. GG's. Alright, into this next battle. Giratina in the lead, and that's really bad for us because they are resisting our Volt Switches here, but what we're going to do is go for that defense drop here with the Sand Tomb, and then we're going to try and, well, first we're going to soak up some energy here, and then I think you know what we're going to do. We're going to go in with those Astonishes and catch them off guard here. Actually, no, we went a different route this time. I haven't done these battles in a long time, so we're just going to start going for these super effective power punches, and they actually start to chunk here because we're doing neutral damage with the stab, sucker punches, and we're getting them pretty low. So now we're going for this second move that's actually boosted now, so we do get a shield, and those sucker punches are chunking right now. So actually we're going to go make a play for switch here. They see what's going on, and now we're double boosted, and this is double super effective, so this will do a lot of damage if they let it through, but they decide to shield it up, and it's looking pretty bad for them because now they're going to have to throw 2 moves to take out our fortress here, but we also caught 1 move, so even worse for them. They're going to have to go for the drill run here, and we do get them now verging on the red, not quite, but we do get to a second move before they throw here, so this will get them very low. And they actually banked that energy, so that was a good move on their part, but we are able to get a debuff on this Giratina here, and now it's when we come in with the Enamorus, we don't even give them the benefit of that farm down. If they have Ancient Power, we're in trouble, but they do not, and they realize what's going on here, and they might have thrown their phone out the window here, because they are not moving, or they had a sudden cardiac episode, and we are witnessing something very tragic here. But regardless, no matter how you look at it, we just astonished down their entire team, and that is tragic in itself. GG's. Alright, another Giratina in the lead here, so now we're going to go right ahead for this Sand Tomb right here, get that defense lowered, and we're going to go ahead and soak up this move. I'm really glad that they threw after our next Volt Switch, so now we're able to catch them while they're low on energy here. And they're throwing a move here, so this could be the Ancient Power, but it's just a Shadow Sneak, which is, not ideal for purposes of shielding, but it'll, help us in that the opponent will be forced to throw energy rather than going for Metal Sound farm down, and they don't even get to a move actually, so they're in deep trouble now. They don't know what moves we have. We just nuked them, and for all they know, we could have Fly or Dazzling Gleam, so they finally give up a shield, and they shielded up a resisted Mystical Fire, so they're just in all sorts of shambles right now. They do take us out, but that's fine because that's a great farm down for us. But they have a Lucario in the back, and we luckily had energy banked on this fortress here, so now we're just getting them very low. They're going to have to throw a move to take us out here. It's the Aura Sphere that is enough, so now it's a race. Can we get to 2 moves here? We're going to see. We throw on decent timing right here, making sure that they don't get any extra energy through. Oh, when they come out to clear that debuff, but we don't throw the energy, and they know that's curtains. GG's. Alright, another Giratina in the lead. Yep, so one of those cups where you see the same Pokemon over and over, which is why I like having a team like this, so that way you can kind of incorporate the meta here. Yep, we do shield that up, and then they come in with the Corvanite, and this opponent is about to understand why you shouldn't blind swap a Corvanite, because you can find some very nasty counters here. We are double resisting their sand attacks, and they can only go for air cutters because we resist the payback, unless they're a Giga Chad and they're running Iron Head, but that's usually not the case here. Yep, just an air cutter, and we can survive that. They'll never be able to farm us down. We go ahead and bank that energy, and we swap out because we can definitely survive a few extra sand attacks, but we would go down to a couple more Shadow Claws from a Shadow Giratina, so they have a Tinkaton in the back, and this is really difficult because that's a shiny too. There was a lot of shinies in this tournament, or in this cup, so very interesting. But we're gonna go ahead and just spam out these power punches or power up punches, and we do force them to throw, which is nice because they could have definitely gone for a signature farm down, but we do survive. That gives them one more Fairy Wind to boot, but that is okay because we do have a decent wall in the XXL shiny forretress, which is nice. We're still in the green even after a Gigaton Hammer. Very awesome. They do have to shield up that Sand Tomb. Lower defense now, and we're going to come in with another one right here, so we might get that second shield. We do in fact get that, so what are we going to do now? Oh, we get that catch. And did we catch that Gigaton Hammer? We sure did. Alright, so we are looking very good right now. We can go ahead and get this farm down, but they try to transfer that Volt Switch on the Corvanite, and they are out, and you can still see the rocks all over the place. Ooh, look at that shine. That's not a shiny, but that Zapdos right there, that is really cool. I love getting those Zapdos, or legendary Pokemon, from your GBL encounters. Very cool. So we get that. Crappy FEs, whatever. Anyways, we got a shiny Cobalion in the lead, so see, very cool Pokemon that we were encountering in this cup. It's called Fantasy Cup, but I call it Fantasy Cup because I'm never really serious about climbing Elo during it, but you do see a lot of cool spice Pokemon from the opponent, stuff that they normally wouldn't use in Open, Ultra League, or whatever league format that the Fantasy Cup is in, because it can also be Great League. But now that we've lowered their defense here, we just got to watch out for the sand, for the rock. But they come in with the Iron Head, so yep, different movesets you'll see. This is going to be a double resisted move, but do they know about that? They do. Oh my gosh, that is an amazing display of knowledge by the opponent there as far as our moveset. So this puts us in a tough situation, but you know, along with the double resisted move, we do get that attack drop, so we are able to survive and at least save the Enamorus for a potential catch later on. But now they're forced to decide whether they want to keep their Kingdra. That's fine, they let it go. We have extra attack now, but it's kind of tough because they do resist our sucker punches, but we do have a different kind of punch that they don't like. And so we get that shield finally, and they throw in bad timing. So the question is, oh, and they bait us. That's really, really good on their part. But again, we are relentless with this sucker punch, power up punch tandem right here. They shield up a resisted move, and we're gonna do a little do-si-do of our own. Yep, catching the superpower. They undercharge it to try to get some sort of farm down. We just want this Dragonite gone. So they do let that go, but we do get the Volt Switch farm down for the win. GG's. So opponent made some good plays on their end, but so did we. Anyways, we have now a mid-game matchup with this Empoleon, and the problem here is that we've kind of tipped our hand that we kind of have something that they do not want to take head on, so they're probably going to shield us, which is why we're going for the Mystical Fire. We do get that shield, and now we're doing valuable chip damage, and they're going to be forced to throw a move to take us out before we get to our next move. So now we have a debuffed Shadow Empoleon here, which is great for us because we do not have to shield this Hydro Cannon. It will probably still keep us in the green, yep, which is fine. So now we have energy on that, and they hard swap to avoid the farm down, putting us in a one-on-one dance with a fairy type. We do shield up the threatening move that would do a lot of damage here, throwing on good timing again right here. They do not want to take this play rough to the face. They do let it through, and then can we get this farm down? No. See, the new season timing right here allows them to get this move through. If this was last season or even earlier in the season actually, then they try to go for that catch, but that Volt Switch definitely registered on them instead, so now they have nowhere to clear these debuffs. But yeah, it's definitely it's a double-edged sword with this new timing mechanism here, and it's helped us in some matches, and in this one it made it a little more difficult, but luckily we had the team composition and made enough good plays prior in the match to make this more of a smooth sailing for us, because we get that last shield now, and they're going to have to full send the Gigaton Hammer to take us out. They only go for the Bulldoze, which also takes us out, but we do have enough energy to get to this play rough here. And is this enough for the steel type? Yes. A fairy type taking out a steel type. Let's go. GG's. In the final match here, we have a Grimmsnarl. I sounded like I'm from Boston. Grimmsnarl in the lead here, and this is definitely a good place you want to see it with the forretress. Even though they're still doing decent damage because of the neutral sucker punches here, they're actually on foul play, so they do a really good chunk of damage right there. But now we're going to come in with our own right here. Ours is shiny, and it is way cooler than theirs. But we're going to go ahead and power punch them. And this is good for us because they're probably just going to go for a play rough, which we're definitely not going to get caught by surprise. There we go. And now we have an energy lead into their next Pokemon, and we had desynced the switch clock enough to where it's not a problem if we want to switch out, which we definitely do, so we're not taking those double iron bashes. And that is, I believe, what we caught right here. Yep. So resisted on the forretress, and now we can start throwing these volt switches. I probably should have thrown one right away, so that way we can get that defense lowered ASAP, but that is okay because they're going to have to throw here to take us out, and it barely took us out, but that is okay. It stinks because now the double iron bashes will do a lot on our remaining Pokemon, but we can go ahead and get this farm down, but they switch out of that, and then we have no shields left, and you're about to watch this go to town on this Corvanite right here. We don't even need shield, that's fine. They did even get an attack boost, so definitely glad that we have Mystical Fire here to cut them down to size, which is totally fine, because otherwise they could two-shot us potentially with the air cutters. But now that we've lowered their attack, they're going to definitely need 3 to take us out. They didn't get the boost on that one, so now their attack is finally in the deficit here, and that was actually a CMP tie. So the switch clocks will definitely be good to go. They actually switch out now into their Melmetal to try to snipe us, but we definitely farmed them down before they had a chance, and so now we're just going to just hammer away with our moves here. We have boosted attack, and now we can go for another resisted play rough, and the opponent actually did not want that smoke. GG's. I would not blame them. Very short video today, y'all, and actually we didn't lose any of these battles. I guess when I was recording these battles back in the day, I just assumed that there would be some losses peppered in there, but sometimes, you know, you're going to have it that way, and I did lose a lot with this team, but they just didn't make the cut, and maybe I deleted them along the way because I didn't even know I would make this video, but I definitely wanted to get some content out to you all because I am in the middle of a huge push, so definitely leave some likes, comment, give me some support so I can get this legend rank, so that way I can go back to making some really spicy stuff for you all right now, because we are about 2.5 weeks left in the season, and I have a lot to get out. I know I'm up against the clock. It's been busy lately, but I definitely haven't forgotten about y'all, and we are definitely making this push to 700 subscribers and beyond. So you all have been amazing with the support. Thank you so much. I love this community. I wake up thinking about you guys and what I can do to bring some more Pokemon Go content to you all. So show the love, and you got more love coming your way. Anyways, if you're new here and you're still here, you are awesome for that. Definitely subscribe at this point. Yeah, you're not going to see this stuff anywhere else on YouTube. I am very confident of that. But otherwise, you know the deal. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.